Today, we're going to dig into a huge investment. And this isn't just about money. It's about how we're going to source the materials for, well, pretty much our entire green and digital future. And it's all kicking off in a place you might not expect. Okay, so let's just start with that big number right there. 51 million US dollars. Yeah, that'll get your attention. But the real story, the interesting part, is what that money is actually going to build. Because this isn't just some line item on a spreadsheet, it's a huge strategic play by a global engineering giant. They're trying to completely reshape how we build things for the future, and they picked Saskatoon, Canada, as the place to start. So let's start where it all begins, right? A patch of dirt, a blueprint, and a ceremony that kicks off something massive. On February 24th, 2026, the global firm Sandvik officially got the shovels in the ground. And you can see from this timeline, they're not wasting any time. Construction is kicking off right away, and they expect to be scaling up operations all through 2027. So this isn't some project that's years away, it is happening right now. Okay, so what exactly does 51 million bucks get you? Let's zoom in a little and look at the nuts and bolts of this project. So here's the breakdown. The company is Sandvik, all the way from Sweden. The spot is Saskatoon. But the most important part here, the real key, is the scope. This isn't just any old factory. It's specifically for building and servicing the really advanced, heavy-duty gear needed for modern mining. An investment this big, it doesn't just happen in a bubble. It sends out ripples, and the very first one hits the local community, right there on the ground. We're talking about so much more than a new building here. It means jobs, and lots of them. First, you get all the construction work, and then come the long-term, high-skill roles for technicians and engineers. This kind of thing strengthens the entire industrial base for Saskatoon and brings brand new tech and skills into the region. And let's be really clear about the human side of this. We are talking about hundreds of direct jobs. That is a huge boost for the local economy and a real source of opportunity for a lot of people and their families. All right, the next ripple goes out much, much wider, way beyond Canada's borders. It turns out this one factory is a key piece in a major shift in how companies think about their global strategy. This slide really lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's the old way of doing things, right? Manufacturing stuff way over in Europe and Asia, which meant customers in the Americas had to deal with long waits and a lot more risk. But on the right, that's the new model. Production is local, right here in Canada, which makes the whole supply chain more resilient and way more responsive. And this quote just hammers the point home. It's all about making Saskatoon a new, critical hub in a global network. This isn't an accident. It's a very deliberate strategy to make the supply of this super important equipment stronger and more reliable for everyone. So, okay, we've got a new factory, we've got jobs, and a smarter supply chain. But why is this factory, right here, right now, so important in the grand scheme of things? Let's connect the final dots. It all comes down to these two words, critical minerals. Think of them as the essential vitamins for our modern world. They're in the batteries for electric cars, they're in the servers that power the internet, they're everywhere. And here's how it all connects. The world is going electric, it's going digital. That creates this insane demand for those critical minerals. And to get those minerals out of the ground, you need more and better mining operations, which, you guessed it, requires advanced equipment. And to get that equipment quickly and reliably, you need factories, just like the ones Sandvik is building in Saskatoon. See the chain? So, here's the big takeaway. This $51 million facility, it's not just a factory. It's a critical, physical link in the chain that literally makes our entire digital and green future run. What this all shows is how these giant global trends connect right back down to local communities. And it leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. As our world's needs keep changing at a dizzying pace, where is the next critical link in the chain going to be built?